I don't think calisthenic competition will grow anymore if these things that I will mention doesn't change. Don't get me wrong, I would love calisthenic and especially the competition to grow, but I don't think that we will anymore. What I mean by the calisthenic competition will not grow is that athletes will not participate in the competitions anymore like before, and also it will be less interesting to watch. I will share my thoughts and solutions for the things I will mention. Be free to share your thoughts down below in the comments as well after watching this video. The first problem, and I think number one reason, is because there's no prize money for the winners. I've listened carefully for the top athletes that have been the best and quit even though they had more to give, and the number one reason is often money. The sacrifice and effort it takes to achieve the high level skills that these best freestyle calisthenic athletes has done is crazy. They work months and years to become the best in the sport, and what do they get in the end? They win a trophy. The high risk of injury, time-consuming workouts, sleep, diet, discipline, all of that, and it doesn't even pay the bills. It's easy when you're young and living at your parents' house. They pay the bills, they pay the food. The day you want to earn your own money, you realize that the time-consuming workouts, the planning and all the effort doesn't even pay the food or the bills. That's why you see the best calisthenic athletes pushing their social media and find ways to monetize it. For examples, Viktor Kamenov, Daniel License, Dejan Stipic, Andrea La Rosa. They earn money through sponsorship, online coaching, selling workout programs, workshops, affiliate marketing, YouTube revenue, and maybe even a normal job. But you get my point. So now comes the problem as well. So when the best athletes want to start to earn money because they realize they don't earn money from the competition, they start to work out really hard for the competition and at the same time try to make a living out of this, earn some money. They get really exhausted because it takes a lot of time to do the workouts and at the same time trying to find a way to monetize your skills. So at one point they will think, is it worth it to compete anymore? Why would they risk their health and time for some trophies? That will not build their future. For example, if you are the best and won the world championship, you don't earn any money from that. So you need to start to think, hey, how can I earn money? You do some online coaching, right? Or maybe sell programs, or maybe YouTube to get some money. But all of that takes a lot of time and energy for your body. So you can't do both. You can't perform at the best and do the other things at your best as well. Now, what's the solution? I can't bring up a problem without any solutions, right? So let's start by checking the biggest organization that organize calisthenic competition. And I would say the biggest one will be the World Championship, right? And it's organized by WSWCF. You may think that if you win the World Champion, you'll get some money, you get paid back for all the hard work because you're number one in the world, right? But you're wrong here. A long time ago, I know they paid for the flights and accommodation for the athletes. I'm not sure if they ever got any prize money, but I know that when Daniel License won the World Championship like 2 times or 3 times, he got a voucher for the Kangaroo Pro gym. You have maybe seen that in his videos, the one in his backyard. I'm not sure that it was a $5,000 voucher for that park. But things changed during the years, not in a good way and not better, but worse. The world champion Daniel Christoph, that won 2021, got a voucher for the WSWCF Academy to become a certified personal trainer. For me, that's a bit weird. I don't know many competitions that actually have prize money, but one that I want to mention is World of Bar Heroes. It's one of my favorite competitions. First of all, because it's so professional. And the winner that got first place in the male category for 2019 got $3,000 plus a sponsorship agreement. The second place got $2,000 and the third place got $500. That money can at least cover the flights or accommodations for the athletes. It might not be life-changing money, but the World of Bar Heroes have only done 1 or 2 competitions, so it's a great start. The second thing that will not make the calisthenic competition grow anymore is the judges. We need professional judges. Calisthenics has become something like this when it comes to judging. The judges need to be able to perform the skills as the athlete does. I don't know where this has come from, but it's stupid in my opinion. So you're telling me that gymnastic judges, boxing judges, MMA judges, or even dancing judges need to be able to perform the skills as the athletes do to be able to judge? It doesn't make sense. A judge needs to be able to understand the rules, follow the rules, and understand the skills that the athletes are doing and judge accordingly to that, and focus on the actual competition and the athletes on the stage, and not bring up their phone or camera to record for their own social media. Yeah, that's a thing among a lot of judges in the calisthenic sport, and that's a thing that they bring out the phone in mid competition to record for their social media. If you want the material for your social media, just ask somebody else to record for you. One thing that the judges should be doing is take notes. Maybe record to see it afterwards so you don't forget what the athlete did. I can promise you that if 10 athletes go on the stage, you will not remember what each one did. So it's better that you take notes or record to see afterwards and be able to judge better. Some of the best athletes in the sport are not the best judges. A solution for this would be maybe create a program or a course that that person need to go through before becoming a judge. But it also all depends on the competition. But every competition should have standard rules for the judges. How to behave, not talk to friends during judging, not record, and so on. It doesn't look professional from the side when somebody's watching the actual competition and they see the judge like with the phone recording or talking with a friend when the athletes are on the stage. The third problem is that judges are biased. Many judges and athletes are friends, and that becomes a problem as well. I know it's hard because the calisthenic community is not the largest, especially the sport. It's a very small niche, and I've seen this a lot of time, and I've done a series that Let Me Judge. I've seen this as a problem. The judges are biased to their friends. They don't want to not let them win, even though it's obvious they are not the winners. And this has to change, because if the judges can't take their part and are biased, they should not judge, because it's not fair for all the athletes. The judges should be like a robot. If the rule says 2 seconds for a static hold, they should follow that and not give points if the athletes hold for 1 second. If the person doesn't do a combo as according to the rules, they should not get points for that. And this has to change. It really has to change if we want the sport to grow. And I know that many athletes think the same, but they don't speak up. Leave the stage for the athletes. During many competitions, you can see a lot of people on the stage, even those who are just watching and not working for the competition. I think the stage should belong to the athletes and the focus should be on them. It's also stressful for the athletes to have a lot of people around the bar and close to the bar. They might hit them, or maybe if they fail a trick, they will fall on them. It's a charm in calisthenics or street workout to have the hype around the athletes when he's doing his performance, but is it really necessary to have them like half a meter away from them and have like 10 cameramen around you recording and taking photos? First of all, it covers the view for the ones that want to watch the athletes perform. It's harder to focus on them and you just see a lot of people walking around the athlete. It's a very simple solution for this. Close the stage for the athletes, have dedicated men and women that work there that can be on the stage during the athlete's performance. Maybe 2 cameramen, 1 for photo, 1 for video. But the rest, back off, watch from the sideline and focus on the athlete. The fifth and last thing is that there's no easy path to compete. There's no real guide or course, whatever, to get somebody to start compete that are a beginner. Like, how do you get started? How do you work out for a competition? How do you put combos together or skills together to get the most amount of points for that competition, and so on? Yes, there are tutorials on YouTube and I'm one of them sharing them, but it's not a lot. But we need to evolve some type of system so somebody that is just starting and want to compete can implement that system to get confident to be able to compete. But then also we need smaller competitions for the beginner athletes. You can see in soccer that they have different leagues for somebody that is a beginner and they work themselves up to become better. We need something like that for freestyle calisthenics. Well, these are some thoughts about the subject. What I wanted to get out of this is that people that arrange competition maybe see this video and take this as a feedback and can implement the things that I've said into their competition. Or maybe you know somebody that arrange competitions and you send this video to help them out to get their competition to the next level. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any other thoughts that you want to share in the comments, do that. I would love to read them. Before you move on with your life and to the next video, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video.